What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Sports Mania. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing my 2021 NHL Stanley Cup playoff predictions. Now, I know these are late, but I deleted my other predictions because I didn't really like them, and I wanted to update them, but the Stanley Cup, the bracket challenge, that whole thing, that's locked because the Stanley Cup playoffs already started. Boston won. I forgot who else played. I think Pittsburgh, and the Islanders are playing tonight. But I get it, but I'm still going to be doing my predictions. And I don't think the games really, yesterday and today, really had an impact. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. So the Canadiens, I'm going to go with over the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think the Canadiens have better defense, and I don't really know what's going on with Toronto's goaltending situation, and I personally think Carey Price is the better goalie than whatever Toronto's going to use, Jack Campbell, David Rittich, whatever. And the Canadiens, they don't have as high-powered of an offense as Toronto, but defensively, I still think I got to give it to the Canadiens. And Toronto is terrible in the playoffs, as they haven't won a playoff series since 2004. Next is the Edmonton Oilers and the Winnipeg Jets. All right, I think this one is quite obvious, and it's pretty easy to figure out who's going to win this one. All right, Edmonton has possibly two of the best players in the NHL in Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. Now, they may not be defensively the best, but they for sure will win this series. Edmonton is definitely the best offensive team. Their goaltending could still use work, but I definitely think they'll still beat the Winnipeg Jets. Give me the Edmonton Oilers in 5. Next is the Colorado Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues. The Colorado Avalanche have been red hot this season, as they did win the President's Trophy. I think it's quite obvious who will win this one, and it definitely will be the Avalanche in 5. Now, the playoffs, wild things happen in the playoffs, and you never know. Maybe St. Louis comes out with the upset. But for now, I definitely am going to go with the Avalanche. Ever since Alex Pietrangelo left the St. Louis Blues, the St. Louis Blues defense hasn't been great, and Jordan Binnington hasn't been as dominant as he was last season. I'm definitely going to go with the Colorado Avalanche in this one. Next is the Vegas Golden Knights and the Minnesota Wild. Now, this one is very self-explanatory. All right, the Vegas Golden Knights possibly have the best defense in the NHL. Now, the Minnesota Wild are very electrifying with Kirill Kaprizov, possibly the Rookie of the Year, but Vegas is still going to be able to shut that down very easy. All right, Vegas, don't sleep on their offense too. Mark Stone, Max Pacioretty, Jonathan Marchessault, William Karlsson, a ton of high-powered, great players on the offense, and don't even get me started on the defense. It's lethal. Next is Edmonton Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens. All right, well, the Montreal Canadiens did well in the Toronto series. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs in 7, but their playoffs is gonna come to end as they lose to the Edmonton Oilers in 6. All right, Edmonton, the Canadiens are nothing special. They just got lucky because they're playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, for all you NFL fans, the New Orleans Saints of the NHL. All right, the Oilers are going to win this series. It's very easy. They're not going to be able to stop Leon Draisaitl and, of course, Connor McDavid. Give me the Oilers in 6. Next is the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. Now, this series could go either way, but just because of how good Vegas' defense is, I think they'll be just fine shutting down Nathan MacKinnon. Now, Vegas Golden Knight and Colorado Avalanche games are always very fun, but I think defensively the Avs still need some work around Cale Makar. They don't have the best goaltending, as the Golden Knights have Robin Lehner and Marc-Andre Fleury. Great goaltending duo. So I think other than McKinnon and the rest of the Colorado Avalanche first line, I think the Knights have the advantage, and give me the Knights in 7. Next is the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. Give me the Golden Knights in 6. All right, the Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers are pretty evenly matched teams. Just kidding. No, they aren't. Vegas has the advantage in every category except for the offense. All right, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are better than any other player on the Knights team, but defensively, the Knights have one of the best defensive cores in the NHL. Of course, they have depth at the goalie position, and their offense isn't bad either. I just don't think the Oilers have depth, and I don't think they have defense to get it done. Give me the Knights in 6. Next, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Islanders. All right, the Islanders have been decent this year, but it's still not good to beat the Penguins. All right, the Penguins, they got Sidney Crosby, they got Evgeny Malkin, they got Jake Getsel, they got everything, Matt Murray, Tristan Jarry, they got a lot, Crystal Tang. I think they are easily going to get this job done. Give me the Penguins in 5. Next, I'm going to give the Bruins the win over the Washington Capitals in 7. All right, the Bruins, they just got a lot of talent all around. I mean, they got that deadly first line to Bergeron, Marchand, and Pastrnak. They did lose game 1, but game 2, but I think the Bruins will bounce back and win a few. They also got a great depth at defense, and they also got Tuukka Rask and Yaroslav Halak at goalie. Next, we got the Canes in 6. The Canes, they had a rough end of the year against the Predators. They lost 5-0. They lost the last 2 games against the Preds, but they still got a lot of depth on the offensive side of the ice. They also got pretty good goaltending with Alex Nedeljkovic, Peter Mrazek, and I think it's going to be a good series, and I think it's going to be closer than people think, but I'll still go with the Canes in 6. And then the Tampa Bay Lightning in 7. This is pretty self-explanatory. But the Florida Panthers, they're good, but they don't have much depth and not much playoff experience. But the Lightning, they're in the playoffs almost every year, so I'm definitely going to go with the Lightning. But in a close series, in 7. Next, you got the Bruins and the Penguins. I'm really going to have to go with the Bruins on this one. I'm going to go in 7 just because the Bruins, I think, have more depth defensively and offensively. So give me the Bruins in a close series. Next is the Carolina Hurricanes and the Tampa Bay Lightning. In the season series, both of these teams had dogfights every time they played. But I think the Canes have the upper advantage. I think they have more depth defensively and offensively. I think the Lightning have more star players but less depth. So I'm going to give it to the Canes in 7. Next is the Carolina Hurricanes and the Boston Bruins. I'm sorry, but give me the Bruins in 7. All right, I think the Canes need one more year to fully develop all their superstars. So the Bruins in 7, and they will be going to the Stanley Cup to play the Vegas Golden Knights. Like I said, I think the Canes just need one more year, and they will be in the Cup. And the Vegas Golden Knights I have as the Stanley Cup champions over the Boston Bruins. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below and who you think will win the Stanley Cup, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.